Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for October 6th. October 6th is the 279th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 280th in leap years, with 86 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is patent. Patent is a word that has a variety of meanings, so we're going to focus on the meaning in reference to its use as a noun, where a patent is a grant made by a government that confers upon the creator of an invention the right to make and use and sell that invention for a set period of time, and or an invention protected by such a grant. Patent can also be used as an adjective to indicate protection by a patent or pertaining to or dealing with patents. It can also be used as a verb, meaning to take out a patent on, or to obtain exclusive rights to an invention or process by a patent. There are more meanings to the word patent, but that'll get us through for now. By the way, as of summer 2018, the U.S. Patent Office had issued its 10 millionth patent. That's a lot of patents. This is the birthday of George Westinghouse, born October 6, 1846. He received dozens of patents in his lifetime for such items as grain and seed winnowers, to pneumatic pumps, to electric railway innovations. But I think one of the most dramatic and one of his early ones, and maybe most important ones, was the air brake for trains. Before this invention, trains had to be stopped by applying the brakes to each car. So the brakeman or brakemen had to run from one car to the next and apply the brakes, and this could be inefficient and fatal if there were an obstruction in the track or a track failure ahead. If they couldn't get stopped in time, that'd be all she wrote. So Westinghouse's air brake system was much more efficient and effective and was adopted by railways almost universally. George Westinghouse lived to the age of 67. This is the birthday of Norwegian ethnographer and explorer Thor Heyerdahl, born October 6, 1914. He's notable for making ocean voyages in primitive craft to demonstrate how ancient people could actually have made such travels. For example, in 1970, he sailed from the west coast of Africa to Barbados in a papyrus reed boat. And perhaps more famously, his Kon-Tiki expedition in 1947, where he sailed 5,000 miles across the Pacific Ocean from South America to the Tuamotu Islands in a hand-built raft. Remarkable human being, Thor Heyerdahl. He lived to the age of 87. A movie called The Jazz Singer, the first prominent talkie, opened October 6, 1927. You know what talkies are, right? Back when they first started making movies, they didn't have sound, so they would film them silent. They'd have, words up on the screen for you to read what the conversation was or any narration required. And eventually they learned how to put sound on movies, and those were called talkies. So The Jazz Singer was the first prominent talkie. And Instagram was founded on October 6, 2010. 1978 and 1979 were the height of the disco era, as evidenced by the styles worn and the music that was popular at the time. In April of 1979, though, songwriter Robert John released a song that he'd written and recorded, Sad Eyes. It made it onto the Billboard Hot 100 list pretty quickly, reached the #1 spot on October 6, 1979, one of the few non-disco songs to do so that year. Sad Eyes by Robert John, #1, October 6, 1979, link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Gitter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.